There have only been 115 justices in our nation's history. Judge Jackson's nomination, of course, is historic in more ways than one. Her nomination, pending a confirmation by the Senate, will bring us one step closer to having a Supreme Court that is more reflective of our nation, the American people, our constituents, and their faith in the courts. That's central to our democracy. They lose their faith, then democracy loses. Judge Jackson is no judicial activist. She is not a puppet of the so-called radical left. She's been praised by Republican-appointed judges for her jurisprudence.
Can you just pull that back?
Lawyers from the right and the left who were given before her court and called her judicious and even-handed. Judge Jackson is not anti-law enforcement. She hails from a law enforcement family. And no, she's not soft on crime. Her background as a federal public defender who brings informed perspective of our criminal justice system to the Supreme Court. I would say that Judge Jackson's background is not a liability to the court. It's a much needed asset to the court.
I'm a bit troubled by some of the positions you've taken and arguments that you've made. I'm eager to understand why in some instances you found that you could not decide a particular issue, while in other instances you enjoined a Republican administration from implementing its policies. I'm also interested, as others have mentioned, in your opinion, why pro-abortion, dark money groups like Demand Justice, and anti-religious liberty groups are pouring millions of dollars into a public campaign in support of your nomination. Judge Jackson, these are some of the questions and concerns I have. I assure you that you will have every opportunity to address these concerns as the committee evaluates your ability to fairly and impartially deliver justice should you be confirmed.
This is not a normal day for America. We have never had this moment before. And I just want to talk about the joy. I know tomorrow and the coming hearings we're going to have tough, hard questions, but please let me just acknowledge the fact that this is not normal. It's never happened before. The Senate is poised right now to break another bad barrier. We are on the precipice of shattering another ceiling, another glass ceiling. It's a ceiling. It's a sign that we, as a country, are continuing to rise to our collective, cherished, highest ideals.
It was up here.
We've had
So
115
I'll just put it up ahead.
justices. And we shouldn't diminish the accomplishments of most of these 108 white men. They were extraordinary patriots who helped shape this country. But now we are seeing, to the highest court in our land, a hopeful day like this, that so many of the people, so much of the rich talent of our nation, could not scarcely ever dream of sitting on the Supreme Court. Now we are showing that we will go deep into the waters of our nation and go for the best talent. Today, we should rejoice because President Biden nominated someone that we've heard to be the 116th Associate Judge of the Supreme Court, who is extraordinarily talented. It also happens to be a black man.
Now, when we say this is not Kavanaugh, what do we mean? It means that Democratic senators are not going to have their windows busted by groups. That's what it means. It means that no Republican senator is going to unleash on you an attack about your character when the hearing is virtually over. None of us, I hope, have been sitting on information about you as a person for weeks or months. You come into our offices and we never share it with you to allow you to give your side of the story. We wait to the very last minute when the hearing's about to be gavel concluded and say, oh, by the way, I've got this letter. And it so happened that every media outlet in the country had the letter too. So the next morning there were headlines all over the country, really, accusing Judge Kavanaugh of being basically Bill Cosby. None of us are going to do that to you. And if any of us does that to you, all hell will break up. And it should. So you're the beneficiary of a lie. You're the beneficiary of Republican nominees having their life turned upside down. And it didn't work. So I'm hoping that we can have a hearing that's informative, that's challenging, and President Biden has every right to pick who he'd like to pick. That comes with winning the White House. And I've been very inclined to support the picks of people that I would not have chosen. But this is a new game for the Supreme Court.
Judge Jackson is an independent jurist who adjudicates based on the facts and the law and not as a partisan. Time and again, she has demonstrated that impartiality on the bench, sometimes ruling in favor of the government, sometimes ruling against the government, sometimes ruling in favor of the individual, sometimes ruling in favor of the corporation. Her rule is simple: follow the law. Now, some think it noteworthy that a former judge appointed by a Republican president would enthusiastically endorse a nomination to the Supreme Court by a Democratic president. That reaction is a measure of the dangerous hyperpartisanship that is seeped into every nook and cranny of our nation's life, and against which the framers of the Constitution warned us. There should be nothing unusual about my support for a highly qualified nominee who has demonstrated through her life's work her commitment to the rule of law and an impartial judiciary.
By the power of her example of hard work, preparation, and excellence that transforms the seemingly impossible into the achievable. We knew early on that she could be anything she chose to be, but also that she seemed destined to be a judge because of her ability to see all sides and render fair and level-headed decisions. Above all, Ketanji is humble enough not to pretend she knows how to have it all, but she does know how to give it her all. And what she gives to her family, her friends, she also gives to the law and to this country. A testament of her character is all the people of different backgrounds and beliefs who understand that essence of Ketanji. We've seen that in her endorsements from bipartisan colleagues from the bench and the bar, and from both civil rights leaders and members of law enforcement. And we will see it in the history she will make. I know she is honored and humbled by the significance of this moment. Not for what it means for her, but what it means for our amazing country. Confirmation of the idea that America is a place in which all of us can feel a sense of belonging. And all of us can reach our fullest potential.
Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give before the committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Today will be the 4th time that I've had the honor of appearing before this committee to be considered for confirmation. When I was born here in Washington, my parents were public school teachers. And to express both pride in their heritage and hope for the future, they gave me an African name, Ketanji Onyeka, which they were told means lovely one.
Woo!
My parents taught me that unlike the many buried.
Here we go. Here we go. Try it. All right. Here we go. Okay, Shalom Israel. This is Captain Azania, Captain of 10,000 of the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City. Okay. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible. Yahweh is the name of the Most High God, the Most High Power. Yahweh is his name. Okay. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that is our God, specific to us as a people. And when I say our and us, it's like it. Our and us, speaking specifically of the 12 tribes of Israel, which make up the so-called Negro, the so-called Hispanic, the so-called Latino, the so-called West Indian, the so-called Native, the so-called Indigenous, specifically of North, Central, and South America. Okay, North, Central, and South America, we are scattered abroad. However, we are heavily concentrated in this region, in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, we make up the 12 tribes of Israel, a beautiful and great people, and we are to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible, following our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom the world mistakenly calls Jesus Christ, Jesus. Okay, he is the Christ, and he is our King, specific to us. Once again, the 12 tribes of Israel. When I use the term black, okay, it is not our actual identity, but it is a general understanding. People understand the term black. And when I use black, I may be speaking of all 12 tribes. I'm speaking of all 12 tribes, okay? Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, okay? The First Nations here in the Western Hemisphere. All right, and tonight's class is the Brotherhood class, which is also sisterhood. The Brotherhood class, which is also sisterhood. All right. We're going to talk about the Supreme Court nomination. That's a hardcore sweatshirt. Yeah, never seen that. Nomination, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Okay. All right. And do we need a seat at the oppressor's table? Do we need a seat in the Supreme Court? All right. Because you see the elation, the exuberance, the excitement behind the nomination. Okay, you're hearing the questions on Capitol Hill. The sisters up there at Capitol Hill being questioned by the Senate. Questions to seek her character and to see if she is worthy enough to hold such a powerful position. Okay, and the position is supposed to be powerful because it's supposed to move. What does this do? Okay, I'll ask this first and foremost. Anybody have any questions off that topic? Let's get some questions. All right. Anybody got any questions? Questions? Give it up to Officer Dalrymple, they're holding it down. All right. Okay. Y'all have any questions though? Any questions? Right. Go ahead, Taiwan.
It's like, I'm just kind of go right back to this, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What is the, best approach, in regards to conversations, so we're going to, Jacob's going to typically kind of fall into the, oh, my president is black, you know what I'm saying, type of thing.
So like,
right? Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying, my vice president is black, type of thing. They're looking at the superficial aspect of it, right? Right. And one of the things that she said and stated was something that was heavy. She stated that, oh, my parents, you know what I'm saying, who were in D.C., of course, those school teachers, everything else, though, wanted to give honor and tribute to their heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And that heritage that they referred to was an African name. Although it's not specific because, there's it's like there's over 50, countries on the continent of Africa. How should we, approach, that conversation? Because it's going to happen a lot.
Right.
It's going to happen a lot where,
especially after this, especially with this.
Yeah. It's like the piece to it is that it's so vague. It's so vague, you know what I'm saying, to just say an African name. Well, what part of Africa? You know what I'm saying? Are they Congolese? You know what I'm saying? Are they Ghanaian? I'm saying, are they,
Just hold it 1 second. I mean to cut you off. Just hold it 1 second. I just want to see if anybody have any question off topic. Right? Because that's on the topic with the sister, the Supreme Court. All right? But I just want to check and see if anybody has any questions that's not relative to the topic. The topic, do we need a seat in the Supreme Court? do we need to have a seat at the oppressor's table, all right? And speaking specifically pertaining to the nominee, Ketanji Brown Jackson. What a name. We'll talk about that. Her name is Ketanji Brown Jackson. Oh my goodness. Like, that's not a coincidence. But if anybody has any other question, any questions that's not pertaining to the topic, I'd rather take those now. Okay. Shalom, sis. Both sisters, Arizona and Mississippi. Okay. Right. Like I said, previous to the class, Shalom Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Brakathum. Okay. To the Akim. Right. To the Aquapium. To the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shema Al Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay. Any questions before the topic? All right. Any questions before the topic? Do we need a seat at the white man's table, the oppressor's table? Salakia, the oppressor's table. Do we need a seat there? All right. Do we need that seat at that table? Okay, but does anyone have any questions before that? Okay. All right, if you do have a question, okay, all right. If you do have a question that's outside of the topic, just put it in the chat. Go ahead and put it in the chat, or go ahead and ask the question. Okay, and what we'll do is I'll try to get that after the topic. But go ahead, Thawon.
It's like it. One question. What's the I forgot the name. He was Big Sean. Big Sean was talking. He was on the thing with Nori, and the interview and everything else though.
Drink champs.
Right. So in the conversation, he was mentioning, you know what I'm saying, how he was being loyal, you know what I'm saying, like beyond loyal, you know, to the point where it's just kind of like you're doing the work, you know what I'm saying, but you're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, now imagine you being owed $5 million. Imagine being owed $6 million. Not getting paid though, but you know, somebody else who's out here just talking all types of, you know, nonsense, whatever, you know, they get the elation. You know what I'm saying? They get, you know, acknowledgement and everything else stuff. But you know what I'm saying, who's being loyal, you know, forgives, of course, though, and kind of take a backseat because it's just like, it's about loyalty. How should we, you know what I'm saying, address things like that?
Now, what was he speaking of specifically, though? Was he talking about the music industry? And Kanye West?
Sir.
Okay. So
So
he's just saying he's being loyal but not getting paid? Or?
right. It's one of those things like, imagine, you know what I'm saying, you know, fake camps that's benefiting off of the ISUPK, right? But they're not paying tithes. But they'll talk they'll talk us down, you know what I'm saying, to everybody, of course, though.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you have brothers who are here, who are being loyal, of course, though, who are doing, you know what I'm saying, what they should be doing. But
those are two different things. So.
yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. First with the Black Sean. Big Sean. First with Big Sean is we can only take from face value.
Right.
You know, especially the music industry, especially cats in the world. He's talking about Kanye West. So if he's talking about Kanye West, how could you put your trust in somebody that we know makes bad decisions, or you give your loyalty all to this person? What do you expect back? Okay, you have to have a barometer. You have to have a barometer in which you stand your loyalty on. You feel what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. Some people might feel a person is intelligent. And then when you ask them, well, what makes them intelligent? They might say something, oh yeah, he reads books. Is that intelligent? Because the person just reads books? It depends on your barometer of what is intelligence, what makes somebody intelligent, right? Our barometer on loyalty are the men above us and the scriptures. Okay, so when we look at that with brothers and sisters in the world, they don't have a barometer. They don't have any understanding or any concept. So Muhammad brings it out all the time. Cats and gangs. They say they take this oath. They say they loyal to their block, to their hood. They run with this cat, and that be the same cat that rat on you when you get locked up. And here in Syracuse, we know that that's something prevalent and popular. You know how I know? Because I remember the RICO law hitting Syracuse, right? And my mind was to the point of the RICO law. How would the feds know that T-Bone is in the same gang as you?
Right.
When you got locked up, now they got T-Bone's government name, where he lives, and that he's in the same gang as you. How did they get that information? Because there's no such thing of loyalty amongst the streets of thieves. Okay, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Everybody was, oh man, he shouldn't have did that. No. Why not? I mean, what do you expect from somebody like that? Cats out here, they smash each other woman, and they'll just forgive each other or just look at it like they'll be mad at the female, which they should be, but they really won't be mad at the cat that smashed. That's part of the same crew. I never understood that. You understand what I'm saying? Why I got locked up, you out there smashing my homies. And he's mad at her. But there's nothing on the side of the cat that's smashing that man's woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's loyalty has no comprehension, no definition, no understanding. It has no breath in the streets, in the music industry, none of that. You can't expect it. Kanye West going crazy right now about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is a hoe. Kim Kardashian has always been a hoe. She's always been a hoe. Why do you think that she was something else or greater or better than being a hoe? She most likely was having sex with Pete Davidson for years. It just came out. You know what I'm saying? Because she broke up with you. And the person that she's with now, you think that she got with him after y'all broke up. She's been having sex with this guy for who knows how long. She's a known hoe. Hoes can't have loyalty. Pimps can't have loyalty. Drug dealers don't have loyalty. They sell crack to pregnant women. And they will tell you that, and then they'll tell you, I'm loyal to my niggas. You just sold crack to a pregnant woman. There is no way in hell you could be loyal to anybody on the planet. You're a monster. Nobody has loyalty except the home of the truth, the ISUPK. That's how we got to look at it. So with that. Now, when fake camps, give me that scripture. Oh, man, what's that precept? I'm looking for the precept where it talked about, where Yahushua spoke of, leave them, like, let them be, because they're using Yahushua's name, but they're not with us. Oh, man.
It's like you're talking about I believe this is Matthew's, when John the Baptist man came and he said, let them be, I'm saying they'll be an example.
Okay. I don't know if it's that one. I'm not certain about John the Baptist. Let me see if it's this one. Yeah, this one. So like that. Give me Mark chapter 9, verse 38. Just for the fake camps. Mark chapter 9, verse 38. Let me see. And then there was somebody claiming to be with the apostles as well.
In John 2, 1 John 2:19, they left from us, but they were not with us. They left from among us.
Well, get me Mark 9 and 38. I'll grab that. What you
Mark
said.
chapter 9.
Hold on,
38.
1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me just see if this Acts lines up too. Acts 4. Okay, Salakia. What precept did you just say?
1 John chapter 2:19.
Oh, 1 John. Okay. You said 1 John? Okay. First John 2 and 19. Yeah, we could use that one. We'll go over that one too. But go over this one. Go ahead.
There's also Luke 9 and 50, I believe, as well too. It just said that like those that are not for us are not against us, or something like that.
That's the one that I'm talking about. But go to this one first, okay?
Mark chapter 9, verse 38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us. And we forbade him, because he followed not us. Verse 39. But Jesus said, Forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, it might be more to that precept. Or it might go all the way down to the precept you were talking about. I'm thinking that's what it does. Let me hold this. Call it one more time and from the top.
Mark chapter 9, verse 38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followed not us, and we forbade him, because he followed not us. But Jesus said, Forbid him not, for there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me.
Mm-hmm.
For he that is not against us is on our part.
Okay. All right. I think he's going to do a whole breakdown on it. Go ahead.
Keep reading.
Yep.
Verse 41. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily say unto you, he shall not lose his reward.
Okay.
And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believe in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were cast into the sea.
All right. Hold it there. All right. Let me see here. Drop down to verse 49.
Mark chapter 9, verse 49. For everyone shall be salted with fire, and every sacrifice shall be salted with salt.
Keep going. Verse 50.
Salt is good, but if the salt have lost his saltness, wherewith will ye season it? Have salt in yourselves, and have peace one with another.
Okay. What is he saying at the end about the salt?
It's like it's worthless. like you don't have any. I would say in this particular case, no power, no juice, no flavor, no substance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like he's doing stuff, but the benefit
Yeah, you saying it.
the benefit, like, what's the benefit of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it brings about peace with one another, just let it be.
What he's saying is this. What Yahweh Shai is saying is this. Because the salt is going to lose its flavor.
Right.
Right. Them fake camps, we address the fake camps just because it comes up in question. Right? But they will always reveal themselves as being fake, meaning without salt, without flavor. They're not, they're going to continue to say Yahweh Shai, they'll do the salute, right? They say we follow the Sabbath, we keep the laws, we do this and that, we got fringes on, we doing this, da 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 da. All in all, it's going to show that they're not with us, right? It's going to show that they broke off for their own lusts because they have no flavor. The flavor is from the Most High. The flavor is the spirit of the Most High. The flavor is the spirit of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. The flavor is truly the letter of the law, understanding what the law is about and living it, the law, statutes, and commandments, right? They don't, it's going to show that they don't got it. So Yahweh Shai is saying, all right, leave them. Let them do it. They see this scripture and they go, see, we can have a different camp. That's stupid. Because then they admit what? What's the first thing they're admitting? Go ahead.
That they're separate, that they're not a part.
Separate from who?
From Christ or the Most High.
Absolutely. They admit that they're separate from Christ when they bring this scripture up. They're saying, see, Yahweh Shai didn't mind that those other people was out there speaking in his name. They're admitting that they're not with Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So any fake camp, and we say fake because they left. There is only one camp. There is only one school. There is only one body. There's not multiple bodies following one head. There's only one body, and there's only one West. There's only the ISUPK. There's only one home of the truth. So those fake camps, let them go on. Do it. Go ahead. Do what y'all want. Say Yahweh Shai. Hell, they even say one West. They say, yeah, we practice the one West doctrine. The fake camps will say they follow the one West doctrine. They got a new term called one Westers, where the fake camps will acknowledge that they follow one West, that they originate from one West. They got the 12 tribes breakdown, one West. They learned the ranking, one West. They learned that we got to keep the laws, one West. But what happens eventually with all these fake groups? Anybody? What happens to these fake groups? What happens to them? What then do they start doing? Anybody? What do these groups start doing? Hold on 1 second, Dawa. Let me just see. I think it's about a 10-second or 15-second delay. So let's give it a couple of seconds when I ask a question just to see. Anybody. What do these fake camps start doing? And why we call them fake? I think they were just saying shalom. Sawab, that's right. Sawab said they adopt other doctrines. Yep. They start teaching lies and condoning to sin. Absolutely. Which means what about the salt? It loses what?
It's flavor.
Right. What were you going to say?
It's like I was just going to mention that, you know, they begin to try to, you know, do it themselves, basically. You know, they look to, you know, give their own selves, you know, the flavor, doctrine, and everything else. So when they can't do that, they start to do stuff that's not one way.
What is that called?
Being fugazi.
Being fugazi, right? But what is it called? What happens? Okay, what is Christianity? Because the fake camps is, like y'all said, they adopt other doctrines. They start teaching lies. They start condoning sin. They start trying to add their own flavor, which is not necessarily their own flavor. What are they doing? What is Christianity? Go ahead.
It's like serving after other gods, serving after other religions.
And doing what?
Sinning.
At the same time. Yep, sinning. What? But what are you saying? What are you doing? Or what are you saying that you're not really doing?
Oh, you're saying that they're following after Christ, but they're not.
That's correct. That's Christianity. Christianity, it will tell you in history. It's documented in history. We got history books over here. You can grab any history book that talks about Christianity and goes in depth about Christianity. It will say that Christianity adopted paganism so that people can follow in Christianity. If you have a Hebrew Israelite group, the leader of this Hebrew Israelite group, quote unquote Hebrew Israelite group, says, yeah, I used to be part of One West. I used to be part of the ISUPK, but I left because they wasn't true and sincere on the doctrine. Brothers, you can marry a heathen woman. How does this man get more members? How did he just open up his membership? What is he saying based on his membership? To join his group. Who is going to join his group? That's right, sister. The sister said they lose flavor, right? Which means they lose truth. They lose integrity. They lose morality. They lose what they were brought up on, what they were taught, and how to practice and keep it. Go ahead, Bawon. What did he do with his membership? Oh, I thought you was going to address that.
Oh, Sluggy, no. He brought in others.
He's catering. So Wap just said he's catering to what people want. Absolutely. Now he's catering. Right? Now he's sitting there like, what? Oh, okay. Because you're going to have Jake. Jake right now in the world, it's a big thing for our people. It's a big thing for our people. Okay? What's the big thing for our people? To have the gender wars. Oh, black women this, black men that. And they're going back and forth. I can't stand how they do this. Oh, black men ain't, black women, all of them is hoes and gold diggers. So when you have that, pressing and pressing and pressing, then somebody says, yo, come in here, brothers. We don't believe, we believe that those is Gentiles, but the Gentiles can be brought in the church. You can get you a woman. That's of the other nations. Oh my goodness. Now all them cats on there. All the cats on social media crying, saying they can't find no good women. Ain't no sisters because all the sisters is this and that. All the sisters is horrible and wicked. So now they'll join. They'll join that group. Because now we can get us a white woman. I can get a white woman and not be looked at as something that's wrong. And I'm tired of dealing with these sisters. I'm tired of dealing with these people. They won't even say sisters. I'm tired of dealing with black women. I'm tired of dealing with Hispanic women. Man, I'm just tired of dealing with them. I want me a good Chinese woman. Yeah, because Chinese women, they're submissive and they're great. It's great to get me a Chinese or an Asian woman. I'm going to get that and everything will be fine. So then that happens. That cat joins. Then there's that cat. Then there's a cat in there that says what? Oh man, come on now. The rape, that ain't really what it means, but you can rape because what it's saying is this scripture means this, and this is what this means. So really, because she has a cycle at 12, you can get with a woman at 12. But she becomes a woman at 12, right? And that ain't really rape because that's part of our custom to just take it. So then he creates his own group. And he says that. And who joins him? Everybody that wants to rape babies. The flavor is just lost. So what happens, what Yahweh Shai is showing, don't worry about it. They ain't going to have no salt, no flavor. They ain't with us. It's going to come out. Go ahead, Al. You want to say something? All fake Israelite camps are no different than Christians. Absolutely. They are Christians. It is Christianity. It's another denomination in Christianity. We are battling Christians in all forms, all titles, all definitions that you want to call it. They're all Christians because they all live off their own lust. And they will find out, and everybody will find out and see. They don't have no flavor. They're not in the truth. They never was. All right, get the other precept you had, huh?
So Luke 9 and 50 or 1 John?
Get me Luke 9 and 50.
Luke chapter 9, verse 50.
Hold on 1 second.
Goes like that.
Oh, is it the same one?
But if you go up to verse 47 or 48, it talks about, who Yahushua would send out. And you mentioned it's like sending a child out, and that nobody, they were like, nah.
Right, this is same. It's just a parallel. It's just a parallel in this precept. Okay, so give me
Acts.
Yeah, but just go ahead and read it. Verse 49.
Luke chapter 9, verse 49. And John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him, because he followed not with us. And Jesus said unto him, Forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically that's the same precept. All right. Well, yeah, let's get go ahead and get Acts chapter 4:18, and then we'll get the first John one. That's 4:18 was the Acts.
Acts chapter 4, verse 18. And they called them and commanded them not to speak at all, nor teach in the name of Jesus. It's like a Yahushua. But Peter and John answered.
Okay, Salaki, that's not the one. This is just when the scribes and Pharisees and the leaders went against the disciples for teaching on Yahushua. So Salaki about that. Okay, so you said 1 John 2:19, right?
Yeah, 1 John 2:19.
Hold on 1 second. All right, go ahead and read that.
1 John chapter 2, verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
Woo! Read that again from the top.
1 John chapter 2, verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
That's a heavy, heavy precept right there when it comes to this truth. Okay? When it comes to this truth. Go up to 17. Verse 17.
Okay. 1 John chapter 2, verse 17.
Matter of fact, get 16.
1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
It's not of the Father, but is of the world. Okay? All right? What is something that we say in the ISUPK? We say this is the home of the truth. And what else do we say about it? About this being the home of the truth. What's something that we say? It's a key phrase in the ISUPK.
It's like they're not affiliated with any other.
That's true. But what about the truth?
It's just what one truth.
And what do we say about the truth? What do we say to a brother or a sister that's new to the school?
It's like, let the truth be in you, and not you just in the truth.
Like, don't just be in the truth. Let the truth be inside of you. Okay. All right. But you got things in this world that's going to continue to push and push and push. Satan is going to continue to push. The demon is going to be all over you. Everything. It's just life. Life is about war. So you're going to go to war. You're going to go to war with the world. And because you're at war with the world, okay, it's going to be impressionable. All right? Satan doesn't just fight and battle or fair fight. He's not just knuckle to knuckle. He's not just eye to eye. It's like him. He's going to give you poison. But how is he going to give you poison? In the form of sugar. in the form of salt, in the form of something that tastes pleasant, right? That's how he gives you poison, okay? He wants to murder you, but he wants to bring you into his family. He wants to bring you close to him, all right? Right? He wants you to be close to him. He wants you to accept him and his ideas and doctrine and his lifestyle. Cats had their Passover last year where? In the club. In a goddamn club. Oh, but we were sitting over in this section and they was just, the women was just coming up to us in bottle service. They was just bottle service girls. Naked. In lingerie. Why is that? Because they have a lust for the world. They're not One West. They're not UPK. They're not the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. They're not under commanding General Yohana. They don't follow what we follow nor believe what we believe. They can't. Why? Because they lust of the world and they implement the world being part of their doctrine. You can see that they are fake king. They're not with us. What's the cat name? Gorilla Hebrew. Every time I see him, he got a fitted on. He rock a fitted to camp. He's at camp with a fitted on. They be having football jerseys. A trooper better not show up in all black with Nike symbols all over him. You know how the Nike sweatpants got Nike down the side? They say Nike down the side of it. If he shows up to camp, Salakia, you're going to have to stand outside the camp today. Don't wear that no more, all right? Come on, so, but no, listen. All right, I know you excited. You want to be in the school. Stand outside the camp. Stand outside the camp. We had a camp, what, last year? Roger said, cat came on with the military vest with no shirt on under it. Just stand outside the camp. You want to be part of the ISUPK? Get in all black. You know what they say in the fake camps? Man, that ain't right. That tries my spirit, man. They're against the spirit. They too mean. Why can't we just wear what we want to wear? What doctrine is that? That is Christianity, am I right? Don't they say in the Christian church, come as you are? Okay. The young man come in there sagging his pants, his behind outside the back. The women come in there, they wear the same dress that they wore to the club the night before. All tight and skimpy. Come as you are. Come as you are. That's how they accept you. The fake camps do the same thing, don't they? Why? Because they have a lust. Keep going on. 17.
1 John chapter 2, verse 17. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that does the will of God abides forever.
That's right. Because what happens to those fake groups? Somebody leaves that group and does what? Start their own group. And they take their members with them to start this group now. Now they go to another group. And now they take this group and they go and do what they want over here. Am I right? Am I making this up? Is this fake or is it true? Now he's going to have a group. Now he'll have a group. He'll have a group, and then he'll have a group. Meaning what? The ISUPK still stands and remains. I hate when you ever hear somebody in the fake camp or somebody say, the old school, the old One West. What the hell are you talking about? The reason why you're saying that is because you left. It's still here. Commander General Yohana has never left. He never left. We say 1969, and it is unrefutable. Nobody denies it. Nobody says anything against it because you can't. Because Commander General Yohana held it down. And always will hold it down. They will perish with the world. You know how I always talk about the new nigga words, right? The reason why I don't get, and it's just me personally, it's not a sin if you use those words or terms. But the reason why I feel the way I do about these new words all the time is because those words will eventually do what? What's going to happen to those words? What's the new word? Lit? It's lit, right? I'm lit. What's going to happen to lit in about 2 years? It's going to what? Say it loud.
It's going to turn to a song.
Right? But then what's going to happen in a couple of years?
Everybody's just going to keep on saying it.
Nope.
Loses flavor.
It's going to be gone. Nobody's going to say lit in a couple of years. Do you say fat? You don't say fat, right? When I was your age, I used to say fat. Everybody said fat. They're like, yo, that's fat. That's mad fat. That's dope. That's fat. Yo, the word butter had what, 6 months?
Wow.
Butter. Like butter, baby. That's butter. We were saying butter for 6 months. And it went away. Why? Because it's a trend. You being a Hebrew Israelite is a trend, which will just swing you. Let those people go. I was going to go. Let them go. Niggas and hoes is just going to follow trends. But warriors and princesses will always stay true to the foundation. They'll just swing with the trend. You ever be talking to somebody? I want to be talking to somebody, and they'll be like, yeah, I like that. That Hebrew Israelite stuff. Whoa, that's crazy. That's deep. What you saying is deep. I'm going to come to class. They'll come to one class. And then they're going to watch a video of Dr. Sebi eat nothing but fruits and smoke weed. And because weed is so good to everybody, I like them Hebrew Israelites, but Dr. Sebi, man, you know, I think he a little deeper on it. You know what I'm saying? He a little bit more deeper on it. No, you just will go to and fro. I'm gonna pull that while you get back to this scripture.
God. Verse 18, 1 John chapter 2, verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists.
Are there what?
Many Antichrists.
Are there what?
Many Antichrists.
Ooh. They be like this out. They see the tanks with the. They see the tank. David Bannon. He saw the tanks in Georgia on the train. They got military tanks on the train. Ooh, what is they doing? Ooh, what is they doing? They got coffins and tanks. What does that mean, people? Is David Banner going to stop smoking weed? He's going to stop following that Africa. You are African, brother.
Not African.
You gonna follow? Ooh, the tanks is coming. What is the tanks coming doing? So what? So what? Put the weed down. There's many antichrists. See, man, y'all always talking about race. Y'all always talking about black and white. You know, when y'all need to know about the Illuminati and the 33rd degree Masonic order and what they got planned out for us. So since they got the Masonic order and the demonic forces coming, brother. Hold on one second. Where that at? Yo, you see my lighter? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So as I was saying, brother, as I smoke my cigarette, the Antichrist is Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama. 666. Sorry for blowing the smoke in your face, brother. You don't smoke cigarette? Okay, okay. The goddamn cigarette is the Antichrist. The white woman that you love so much, that's the Antichrist. The Hamites that y'all just want to be like the Hamites and the ancestors. That's the Antichrist. Everything outside of the Christ is what? How come you can understand that in the world when it comes to gangs? Right? When it comes to sports. When it comes to sports, your football team, what if another football team plays against your football team? Now, you got one football team that you can't stand. Right? You don't like the Patriots, right? Right, you can't stand the Patriots. But if the Raiders play your football team, are you going to go, let's be friends on the field? Let's try to end this in a draw, fellas. Isn't there t-shirts that say Syracuse versus everybody? One West versus everybody? NWA versus everybody? You ever see those t-shirts? It's a sweatshirt. Versus everybody. Me versus everybody. Us versus everybody. But when you read the Bible, it's only one Antichrist, and that's Donald Trump. Ooh, Donald Trump, the Antichrist. He's the devil. Biden's the Antichrist, isn't he? Trump is the Antichrist. Gangs are the Antichrist. Everything outside of Christ is the Antichrist. And if you're outside of the ISUPK, you're not with Christ. I'm telling you, you're not with Christ. How could you say that, brother? That ain't right to say. Okay, have your Passover in the strip club. Have your Passover in the club, goddammit. Have the Hamites with you. Accept them Hamites. Go ahead. Let them murder all our sisters. Join the police force. Half the goddamn IUIC is the police force. Nobody brings up what we bring up of the false conviction that they had against black men. Nate the Snake, he locked up black men. And it came out, and those brothers sued the police force because it was a false conviction, false for arrest. They were incarcerated. If you're going to leave, just leave. You're going to do whatever you want to do, go ahead, go ahead. It's going to come out. It will come out. It will be revealed. Keep going up.
Now, suck it. And as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. Verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For
they did what? They did what?
They went out from us, but they were not of us.
They weren't of us. They was never here. They were never here. They was never with us. They never cared in the first place. That's how the men of war have to look at it. That's how men of war look at it. You fighting in a battle, and this cat next to you just gets up and joins the other side. He walks from your side of the battlefield and joins the other side. So what do? Do I take out my sword and go, oh, but brother, you was with us. Hold on. Wait a second. Maybe I should put my sword away. Brother, listen, please. Please, deep down inside, remember you was with us. A warrior doesn't do that. No, no, no. He joined the other side. A warrior's going to take that sword and go to work, do what he's supposed to do. Because once you leave, you leave. I ain't saying go have no, pull out no machete on a cat that leave the truth. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he joined the other side. Let him be. He wants to join the world. All right. Is there more to that? There was one more precept, right? Or was that 19?
Guys, like that was
All right, we want 19 one more time.
1 John chapter 2, verse 19. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us.
They be here. They be here. You can tell them out. Let them know. Put that up so you don't lose it. You can tell them out. So, okay? You can tell them. Yo, y'all owe tithes to the ISUPK. They do. You brothers owe tithes to the ISUPK. Y'all owe honor and loyalty. You can tell them. But ain't no point in stressing it. Because they still would be here. But they not. And since they not here, come on, man. It's another brother that's willing and able. It's a sister that's locked in and committed. Go on, go on, go on. We got time for you. Nobody. Because next week you'll be a Muslim. The week after that you'll be a Baptist. You'll be a 5%. You'll be a Buddhist. You'll be a Rastafari. Because you would have been with us. Now give me Acts chapter. No, is it Acts? Yeah, give me Acts chapter 19. Give me Acts chapter 19, verse 15.
Acts chapter 19, verse 15. And the evil spirit answered and said, Yahushua I know, and Paul I know, but who are you?
That's what's going to happen. Yahushua I know, Paul I know, but who are you? That's what's going to happen. It's coming down to that. It's coming down to that. They're going to ask these fake camps. So are you in the ISUPK? Well, actually, we're not the ISUPK, but we are one Westers. I don't know about that. Y'all with Commanding General Yohana? See, we're not technically with Commanding General Yohana. I sit there and I watch him online and I take all my notes. And it's a couple of things that we disagree with. But it's coming down to that. And what happened? And what happened in that precept right there? What eventually happened? What is it? Acts chapter 19, 15?
God.
What eventually happened? Read it. Just say it right there.
It's like, and the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them.
And did what?
And overcame them. And prevailed against them.
So
that they fled out of that house naked and wounded.
They got their ass whooped. The fake camps get their ass whooped. They got beat out of their drawers. Do you know what a beating that must be? To get beat out of your clothes? Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen cats fighting? And the one cat tearing the cat clothes off of him while he's beating him? And he running down the street with his shirt all tore up? You ever seen that?
Yeah.
He came in the fight with the hat on, the hoodie on. You ain't who you say you are. So just hold it down. Just hold it down, man. Give me Ephesians chapter 4. Now, unless you had something. You had something else? Okay, give me Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. They have no idea what loyalty is because this is them every day. You ever talk, come on now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You talk to brothers and sisters that's not in the ISUPK. One of the most difficult things ever is talking to somebody outside of the school that's a Christian that don't know what they believe in. All they know is that they hate you. They don't know what the hell they believe in. Are you for abortion or are you against it? Are you for the LGBTQ or are you against it? Are you pro-black but you got white friends? Like, what is we dealing with here? Right or wrong? You talk to them all the time. Yeah, but we pro-black. You pro-black? Well, Mikey, he a cool white boy. You know, white boy Mike, you know, he cool, you know. He down with the cause. You know what I'm saying? He come to the community cookouts and the events and, you know, what's the one cat name, the Edomite? I always question him. Sean King. Nobody knows if he's an Edomite or not because he doesn't feel as if he should have to say that. What? Are you an Edomite or not? And he got black people defending him to where he don't have to say it, speak against it. And that's why, like I think you brought it up last week. Why everybody mad at Rachel Dolezal? Why were people mad at her? Why would people be mad at Rachel Dolezal, a white woman portraying herself to be a black woman? When y'all like white people, you got white friends. She was doing it for y'all, wasn't she? Wasn't she doing it for the cause, the NAACP? Wasn't she fighting on your behalf? And then another white woman came and said she was an Afro-Latina a couple years back. Georgetown or some university. Right. White cool Mike got the grills. Right. What's his name? Paul Wall. He one of us, man. Leave him alone. He part of the cause, man. He down with us. What? So how are you pro-black? Just don't say you pro-black then. Just don't do it. Oh, I saw her dance. She was in there dancing. Whoo, she can twerk and she got a big booty. I don't really know if she white. Maybe she ain't white down the line. This is a white girl that can twerk dance and got a booty on her. You're not real. You're not real. And you know what it is about Mike and the white girl? That they have sex with black people. So that makes them down. Wow. Excuse me. There's never been a case where white people have sex with black people and it wasn't just for enjoyment. It's never been a case where Africans or Arabs or Asians have sex with black people. When I say black, I mean all 12 tribes. And it was just for enjoyment. No, they're having sex with these people, the oppressed people, the downtrodden people, because they want to be part of the cause. Do you know how disgusting that sounds? And that's going to lead right into what the hell we talking about. With Ketanji Brown Jackson. Ooh, we Ketanji. Go ahead, Thawon. You was about to say something? Okay, go ahead with the precept.
Ephesians chapter 4.
Mm-hmm. Verse 14.
Verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine.
What happens with a child? A child believes in every doctrine. Children believe in every doctrine. Not the children in the ISUPK, but children believe in every doctrine. Why? What are they getting ready to celebrate at your school? What's coming up?
Easter.
Good job. What did they just get done celebrating?
St. Patrick's Day.
Good job. A child will do what? A child will celebrate St. Patty's Day in March. Everybody put on green. All the teachers came in with their little green hats on and the green clover necklaces and St. Patrick's Day. We're going to have a party with all these cakes and green stuff and green St. Patrick's and the leprechaun, pictures of leprechauns and posters of leprechauns everywhere. Oh, St. Patty's Day. Yay. And then what? 3-4 weeks later, what? Easter? Now a child believes in Easter, which is a completely different doctrine. Got the eggs coming up and the bunnies holding the basket with the tea. Christmas, Santa Claus, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Go ahead, Op.
The slug, yeah. I mean, they're going to do the whole green eggs and ham thing, you know, like stuff like that, you know, incorporate in kids like, oh, I never had green eggs, you know, Dr. Seuss and whatever else stuff. They'll incorporate those things throughout the curriculum and saying that, you know, it's part of the
curriculum. Mm-hmm. It's part of the curriculum, right? In your school district, your school education level is poor and low and disgusting. But you're going to make sure they got Easter and St. Patrick's Day. Nobody can read. Can nobody do math? Everybody goddamn dumb in every public school in America. Everybody don't know what the hell going on about nothing. But they'll do what? St. Patrick's Day. Easter. Oh, what? What? Oh, here's a book that we have. Johnny has 2 fathers. Maya has 2 mothers. If the child wants to identify themselves as the opposite gender or binary, they teach all that. Don't they teach all that? They teach all this madness. Everybody holds hands. See, we got a We Are the World book. See? We got the little black kids and the Hispanic children. They're holding hands with the white children and the Asian children, right? And we all come together. Yay! They teach that, but nobody knows nothing about history. We can tell you one thing about history. American history, world history, whatever. Go ahead, Al.
Columbus discovered America.
Columbus Day. We're going to teach Columbus Day. Why? Because children, read the verse again.
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
Be henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro. Be henceforth no more children, tossed to and fro. Because a child will be tossed to and fro. Right? You'll be over here. You believe in that. Why? Because everybody else believes in it. It's trendy. It's nice. It's cool. It's fun for the time being. What's the next one? Whatever this is. And that's how our people are, because we lost. You have a slave mentality and a childlike mentality. And sisters, you better fight it. You better fight it, because a lot of sisters have a childlike mentality. Birthdays to a woman? You ever talk to a woman about birthday? She acts like a goddamn child. She literally acts like a child. I'm going to have this person at my birthday, that person at my birthday. We're going to have the candles. Okay, make sure we get the cake from here. All right, we're going to have this type of theme. Everybody going to dress like this. All right, we're going to show up at that. I'll be like, it's a birthday. Like, you act like a child. People act like children. Put that over there for me. And the claw right there. No. It's over here. The claw is next to the wall. All right, go ahead.
Sluggy, is that because for women it's almost so synonymous with being a mother, giving birth, having a child?
No. Her birthday is about her. Women ain't giving birth. They're having abortions. You get what I'm saying, huh? Having a child ain't special no more.
Okay.
That's not looked at as something virtuous. Having a child is a woman. Is a beautiful woman thing to do. Women talk about having children like what? One and I'm done. It was too much pain. One and I'm done. That's it. I ain't gonna have no children. I'm single. I'll be free. Never have no kids. What? That's not how women think. That's not how a woman thinks. A woman thinks of building her family, building her nation, having someone, a human being, that's like her husband, her man, that she can give to her man. And it's both of them. That's how a woman thinks. Women think about things because it's selfish. Not all women. I'm saying, and men do the same thing. Men act like children. Putting your rod in anything, that's a childish mentality. And not thinking of a responsibility or a relationship or a connection to it, that's a childish mentality. That's eating a snack and not caring about the snack because you ate the snack, it's gone. Who cares? So there's no connection to it. There's no consequence. There's no responsibility. Humans act like children because it's just to and fro. Anything of enjoyment, any lust. Go ahead.
It's like there was a sister that was she was just being such a monster.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about, oh, I'm successful. She has her own business. She's independent. She was just going on and on and on. And she even went to the point that, her success would be she could be a single mom. And the brother stopped her and he said, so you're telling me that you're successful and you're a single mother? All that includes being successful. And she says, absolutely. And she kept going on and on and on. Eventually the brother just stopped her and just said, you're a failure. Because what woman, is a success as a single mother? A family dynamic consists of a father and a mother and the child. No woman grows up and say, oh, I want to just be a mother, and that's success. It's the father, the mother, and the child. So, she was just so hell-bent on proving, that she was a monster by saying that she's wealthy, she's independent, she's ambitious, she's an overcomer. Like all her accomplishments, but in the same token, she was just listing of all the reasons why nobody wants her.
Mm.
And it was just horrible just to hear her just go off because she thought I'm hitting these points. I'm hitting all these points. And like you said, you got sisters nowadays who's just like,
your career is an inanimate object. Your car is just an object that has no correlation of feeling or relationship. It's just a vehicle. It's a car. But you have a human being that you're not considerate enough to think that this human being needs a father. That is just extremely selfish. And she has the mind of a child. Everybody has the mind of a child. So Wap, that's crazy. So Wap was talking about an incident that happened with the children. I'll bring that out. Bring that out in another class. We can just go and dive into that. But yeah, people have child mentality. So they're what? Tossed to and fro. Right? All right. Go ahead.
And carried about with every wind of doctrine.
Carried about with every wind of doctrine. Every wind of doctrine. Every wind of doctrine. What does that mean, man? You can't follow Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Right? You can't follow Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey. You can't Ethiopia and Nigeria. You can't. You got to pick one. But because you have the mind of a child, and that's the state of black people, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we do what? We follow every doctrine. We follow every doctrine. Every doctrine. We went to Harlem. What did I take a picture of? What church did I take a picture of in Harlem? The goddamn Mormons are in Harlem. Where was I? Where were we? Weren't we in Harlem when we seen them walking? I just saw them walking somewhere.
It was like 2 blocks from the King, one by 125th.
Right, the churches.
No.
The two Mormons walking? Yeah.
Oh, Slocky, those were the lawyers, Slocky. My bad. That was the lawyers.
I was just somewhere, and it's a predominantly black and Hispanic community. And there are Mormons in every black and Hispanic community. There's just Mormons walking around, setting up churches in our neighborhoods, like Mormons that teach that having black skin is a curse. They teach that. It's in their book. It's in the book. Joseph Smith book, the Mormon book, the Bible for the Mormons. We have followed it. We following the Mormons. We follow everything. Don't be like that. Keep going. Wind of doctrine.
So again, by the sleight of men.
By the what?
Sleight of men.
By the what?
Sleight of men.
I'm just holding them for a second. The screw's pressing. By the sleight of men. By the sleight of men. That's crazy. What's sleight mean? What does slight mean? Go ahead. Kind of. That's one of the definitions, but not for this in this context. It's going to expire. That's correct, sis. So what does slight mean? To take a slight. Quickness. That was a good one. Yes. Quickness. George Sanders, that's a good one. Go ahead.
Yeah, slightly. I mean, they say like things like sleight of hand, pickpocket, what I'm saying, would use sleight of hand. A magician would use sleight of hand. It's a way of deceiving, of course, though. In this case,
And why is quick and slight, why is that being used here? Go ahead.
I mean, like a salesman who used quick words, of course, though. He's going to say things to drive that emotional response quickly. Like one of the things that, the salesman now switches, it says, are you opposed to making more money? And the response that you're going to say defensively is going to be no, right? Because your first response is to say no.
Wait. Making what?
making more money.
Oh, you said more money. Okay. Okay. I thought you had used the word that I was looking for. But that's perfect. That's perfect. New. Because something is new, what do everybody do? They jump on it just because it's new.
Okay.
They jump on it just because it's new. Right? New and improved. This is new. This is a brand new car.
2022.
This is new. This is new. It's old to somebody, but it's new to you. So everything new is what?
Good.
The new rapper, the new singer, the new actor, right? The new movie out, the new food. It's the new diet. Everything, this is new. This is the new style. And you got to jump on it. Why?
So you can be a part of the end.
So you can be a part of it, right?
So you could be like everybody.
So you can be like everybody. I don't want to be the one left behind. I don't want to be the one not cool. I don't want to be the one that doesn't know. That's the mind of a what?
Child.
Give him a hand. That's the mind of a child. I just got to do it. Can I go over there? I just got to do it. But they playing with the doodle, son. They playing with doodle. So what? It's cool. That's the way to do now is play with doodle. The mind of a child doesn't care about anything related to anything else. But that's the new. That's the sleight of man. Go ahead.
By the sleight of men and cunning craftiness whereby they lie.
Cunning craftiness. Cunning craftiness. Ooh-wee. Shalom, my sister, my Nubian queen goddess of the now civilization. Your beautiful radiance, it only emerges from the east where the sun bestows upon you, my sister. And I call you my sister because you are my love. He does what? He does what? He hits it and quits it. Ah!
Shoot it and boot it.
Brother, you following that, brother? You following that? Nah, man. Nah. You're going to be the king. You can be the king of your own dimension. See, if you're the king of your own domain, which means kingdom of your main, you the main man of your own kingdom. Don't follow that. Follow this. And then what happens? You gave all your money to that. You're your own king in your own house by yourself, sitting alone, looking stupid, doing not a goddamn thing. Go ahead. You was going to say something?
No.
Okay. All right. Cunning craftiness. Cunning craftiness. We're going to have a sister in the Supreme Court. That's cunning. That's cunning. We're about to talk about Ketanji Brown Jackson. Woo, that's a black woman name. Ain't that a black person name? Ketanji Brown Jackson. Woo, we got to get her in there. Kamala. Ooh, that sounds like that's a sister. Kamala Harris. Ooh, that's a sister all the way. Oh, and she from Jamaica? Oh! That's my cocoa bread and beef patties right there. She a hardcore sister right there. She a root girl. Ooh, wee. Listen to that name. Where are they from? Where she say she from? DC? Woohoo! That's Chocolate City right there. We gonna get it. That's cunning. That's cunning. We don't care about policy. Do you think we give a damn about policy? We're children. Do we care about policy and politics? Do we care about Republican or Democrat? We don't give a goddamn. We're children. The name is Ketanji. We can care less. Am I right or wrong? I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. I can't fake it. We just gonna pick her because it is. Because it looked like a Barack Obama one. Because what? Because he was black. We said it. I voted for him because he's black. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. I'll finish it off.
Yeah, select it. Whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Keep going.
But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him.
May what?
May grow up.
May what?
May grow up.
Grow up. And that's in love. See, a child does what? A child doesn't want you to speak what? Truth. Not necessarily truth, but what? Hard. Painful words. You're right, true. But they're hard and they're stern. Right? Mm-hmm. Stop acting stupid. You say that to a child. The child, you got to hear this. Right? Stern. Grow up. That's in love. That's why it says grow up. And to him, in all things, keep going.
Sluggy.
Verse 15.
Sluggy. Him grow up into him in all things, which is the head.
Which is the what?
Which is the head.
Which is the what?
Which is the head.
Fake groups, break-offs, whatever. I don't know what the hell you want to call them. Camps, fake camps. Christians, Muslims, Israelites. If it's not in here, it says, which is the head, even Christ. Christ is the head. There is only one body. There is only one doctrine. There is only one truth. Nobody knows what loyalty is if you're not part of the body. Go ahead. All right. Okay. Read verse 16.
From whom the whole body.
What?
From whom the whole body.
The what?
The whole body.
Some of the body.
The whole body.
Half of the body.
The whole body.
A quarter of the body.
The whole body.
The whole body. Well, we're going to be over here, brother. We're going to teach. But remember, we was with you and Christ don't want nobody to forbade nobody. So, all right, go ahead, do what you want. You're not part of the body. All right, let's get on to the topic. Oh, you had your hand up? Okay. Get on to Ketanji. Let's see if this is a sister. It's a sister right here. Let's get the sister. We gotta be on there. We gotta take a seat at the table. She gonna be our representation at the table. Because black men, blacks and Hispanics are the what? #1 incarcerated in prison. They're the #1 incarcerated in prison, right? So she gonna help us. Black women that get locked up, they get told to have hysterectomies and get their womb taken out. Ooh wee! And this sister, she gotta do something for that. She gonna do something about it. Let's see. Let's see this sister here. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Woo! Sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo!
Judge Jackson, these are some of the questions and concerns I have. I assure you that you will have every opportunity to address these concerns as the committee evaluates your ability to fairly and impartially deliver justice should you be confirmed.
This is not a normal day for America.
Fairly and impartially deliver justice. Fairly. Has America ever given blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans justice? Have they ever given the 12 tribes of Israel justice? Have they ever done anything for us? But because it's her, now somebody's going to be fair and just. Don't we got Clarence Thomas up there? Ain't it a black man up there already? What did he do for us? Nothing but hurt us even more. And we have President Barack Obama. What has he done for us? Nothing but hurt us even more. Now we got Kamala Harris as the vice president. What has she done for us? Nothing but hurt us more. Now, I say that to say this. Barack Obama and Kamala Harris are not our people. Okay? But they got pushed to be perceived as if they are. All right? And we believed in that doctrine. And I don't know how y'all believe in the Bible and follow the Bible and then love politics so much.
Evaluates your ability to fairly and impartially deliver justice should you be confirmed.
This is not a normal day for America. We have never...
Look at her, look at her. She lit up. She lit up. This ain't a normal day for America. Ooh-wee. Who's talking? Anybody know who he is? Does anybody know who he is? That's Senator Cory Booker. New Jersey. Right. They wanted him to run for president. Okay. But it's odd they pushed Obama so much. And they stopped with this brother for some reason. Maybe it's because he's a real brother. Maybe because he's real. He's really a Negro. Hello. And he's saying, this ain't the same. This ain't your average day. And she's smiling. She's so happy to hear that.
Impartially deliver justice.
She's so happy to hear that. Look how she get with the brother. Look at it. Yeah.
We have never had this moment before. And I just want to talk about the joy. I know tomorrow in the coming hearings...
The joy. Who is her husband?
An Edomite.
Woo! She got an Edomite as a husband. So this brother is smart. And this brother's saying all these kind words. Why she ain't get with a brother like this? And he's where? He's what? He's a senator. This is for black people to say what? What do black people let us say?
Love is blind.
Nope.
She's impartial.
Nope. One of the excuses that black men use or black women use when they marry outside of their race, specifically white people, they love to say,
there's no good brothers.
Not only is there no good brothers, they don't come across them because of the arena that they're in.
Right.
Serena Williams is with a white man because there's no black tennis players. There's not many black people in that field or profession. You get black men that say, well, I made it as CEO. There's not many black women up here. That's a goddamn lie. There's no black tennis players? What? Are you serious? It's a whole bunch of black tennis players. There's no black athletes that Serena Williams could have married? She could have married a whole bunch. There's no black athletes? Well, in her arena that she comes across. See, this sister Ketanji Brown Jackson, she ain't come across a lot of them because she's in the political world. This brother is right there. There's black men right there. And black politicians? Go ahead, you was going to say something, man.
We're going to have tough, hard questions, but please let me just acknowledge the fact that this is not normal. It's never happened before. The Senate is poised right now to break another barrier. We are on the precipice of shattering another ceiling, another glass ceiling. It's a ceiling. It's a sign that we as a country are continuing to rise to our collective cherished highest ideals. We have had
we're about to rise. We're growing. We're going to shatter another glass ceiling. This country is proving and showing itself that we're going to rise and make it because we're changing and changing and changing. What changed? What has changed? Put it in your pocket. Go ahead, Al.
This is just absolutely shameful. To see, you know, it's like, oh, our excitement, you know what I'm saying, for what? The opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Nothing comes of it. Nothing comes of it. And the sad part is the brainwash is going to lead us further into wanting to join.
Did Michelle Obama do anything? Michelle Obama didn't do a thing. She was married to the heathen that made the highest seat in America, the presidency. Like you said, it's shameful. What is she going to do? Should we be excited? Is she going to do something? She's not going to do anything. What's the point? What's the point of having her as the Supreme Court Justice? She's not proven herself. Black people don't even know who she is. That should let us know right then and there. We don't even know you. Outside of Chicago, nobody knew who Barack Obama was. I remember they asked DMX. They said, do you know Barack Obama is going to be the president? He said, who? You joking, right? I ain't never heard no nigga named Barack Obama. He said that. Barack? What? People don't even know these people. Why? Because they're disconnected from their people. In order to take these seats at the table of the oppressor, we finally got a seat at the table. It means nothing. Your seat at that table means nothing because that table was not created for us. We have our own table, but our table has no food on it. Hello? Our table has malnourished people sitting at that table. Our table is a poor, decimated table. It's a destroyed table. How about we fix our own table? What is she going to do in the Supreme Court? If she was going to do something, wouldn't she already be doing it? Wouldn't we already be talking about her? Yo, it's a sister down in D.C. named Ketanji, man. That's just bad. And she's married to a brother. She's married to an Edomite, an oppressor. What is her agenda? Go ahead now.
It's like they're probably just talking about, you know, it just shows and proves that she's impartial. You know, the fact is that, you know.
She's impartial for what?
As in she didn't choose her own.
What?
She didn't choose us over it. She, you know what I'm saying? Like she could have chose, you know what I'm saying, to marry a brother, but she didn't. So with that being said, she won't be swayed, you know, to be focused on the black agenda.
I think it was 10 years ago. What was the most popular show on ABC? Nope. Most popular TV show on ABC.
Oh, man.
It's a horrible show.
I don't even want to mention it. It's like,
it broke my heart.
Taraji P. I keep saying Taraji P.
It's not Taraji.
But it's not.
Washington.
I know, I just Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington. Bad sister. Whoo, she bad. I see Kerry Washington. And then I never watched the show. And they would just say Olivia Pope. And they would show pictures of her. And they would talk about her style in the show. I'm like, that sister bad. She know how to dress. Whoo! Bad, Joe. Style on. Bam, bam. And then I found out what the show was about. She is the hoe. Was it the president? To the president. And that's how she moved up the success ladder. And no black group, no black women, no black men, nobody said, yo, let's take a stance to this. We need to cancel that show because that's horrible. A black woman can only move up if she what? Have sex with a white man? And be the white man's mistress? Damn. That's what Ketanji Brown is. Nobody says anything about it?
At 115 Supreme Court justices, and we shouldn't diminish the accomplishments of mostly these 108 white men. They were extraordinary patriots who helped shape this country.
Extraordinary patriots that shaped this great country. Who the hell is this? Cory Booker, you's a sellout. What is you talking about, man? Go back to Jersey. This is the senator for New Jersey, man. Do you know what goes on in New Jersey? Newark, Trenton, Jersey City? All throughout Jersey is what? Hell. They call it Brick City. They call Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. They call the state of New Jersey the bricks, Brick City, because of all the poverty, all the projects that you live in. Do you know how much car insurance is in New Jersey? It's ridiculously high. You know why? Because New Jersey was the carjack capital of the world. South Africa and New Jersey would compete back and forth. Who had the most carjackings that year? And this is a great country. The 108 white men that ruled in the Supreme Court were great. Are you sick? Are you awake? Do you breathe oxygen? Somebody had their hand up. Do you breathe oxygen? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He breathes up.
This Negro is dead. He don't know what's going on in New Jersey.
But now we are seeing to the highest court in our land a hopeful day like this. That so many of the people, so much of the rich talent of our nation, who could not scarcely ever dream of sitting on the Supreme Court, now we are showing that we will indeed go deep into the waters of our nation.
Why is it so special to sit on the Supreme Court? Why? Why? When black women are dying in the hospitals. Black people are dying everywhere. The poverty rate, the hunger. Said 50%, I just saw it on the news, 50% of every senior citizen is malnourished, which leads to dementia. They make $20,000 a year. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is a senior citizen. So just think about black senior citizens. Think of Hispanic and Native American senior citizens. They're not eating at all. And I got to care about the Supreme Court seat? Who sits there? When they do not a goddamn thing for us, they never have. Oh, today's going to change. Stop. They finally going to do something. Because we got who? Ketanji Brown Jackson. I ain't never heard of you.
And pull forth the best talent. Today, we should rejoice because President Biden nominated someone that we've heard to be the 116th Associate Judge of the Supreme Court, who is extraordinarily talented and who also happens to be a black woman.
Now, when we say this is not Kavanaugh, what do we mean? It means that Democratic senators are not going to...
Happens to be a black woman. And because it's a black woman, we done made it. Ain't it great? Ain't it grand now? I don't want the black woman at the oppressor's table. We need all black women at our table. We need all black men at our table. We need all Hispanic men at our table. We need all Hispanic women at our table. We need all Native American men at our table. We need all Native American women at our table to build up our table. God damn the Supreme Court justice. Who the hell cares? World War III is about to break. Is she going to do something about that? She going to stop the Russians? The Russians going to stop?
No.
The Ukrainians going to stop?
Nope.
The Arabs going to stop? The Chinese going to stop? The Europeans?
Nope.
World War III? It's not going to do a goddamn thing. Your poverty is not going to stop because she takes a seat at the white man's table of the Supreme Court justice. Let me just get this part out. I just want to get the part where she talks. She say her name.
Her rule is simple: follow the law. Now, some think it noteworthy that a former judge appointed by a Republican president would enthusiastically endorse a nomination to the Supreme Court by a Democratic president. That reaction is a measure of the rule of law and an impartial judiciary.
By the power of her example of hard work, preparation, and excellence that transforms the seemingly impossible into the achievable. We knew early on that she could be anything she chose to be, but also that she seemed destined to be a judge because of her ability to see all sides and render fair and level-headed decisions. Above all, Ketanji is humble enough not to pretend she knows how to have it all.
That's her husband back
She
there.
does know how to give it.
That's her husband right there. This is her husband right here. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she has a white husband. Why are you striving on that? Why are you considering that and talking about that? Why should we bring that up? Why should I even talk about her having a white husband? Why? Why? Why is that important? First off, because it's against the law, statutes and commandments of the Bible. The Bible is against it. That's first and foremost. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are against it. They're against it. The Bible is against it. He is against it. We should hold that to be what? Precedent. First. Exact. True. Why also do I bring it up? Because your agenda is going to change if this is your husband.
Which one? There's two crackers.
No, it's right here. Nope, this lady here. She's for the Supreme Court. They're going to put her in the Supreme Court. She's going to be the highest judge in America. And this is her husband right here. Okay? All right? Could she have chose a black man to be her husband? Or a Hispanic man to be her husband? Yes. But why would she choose a white man to be her husband, whom she gives her love to, who she brings her money to, her intellect, her business, her politics? It all revolves around what? This is her husband. That's her husband. So her mind is focused not just on her people, but has to be on his people and his feelings and what he has to say. This is her husband, ain't it? She will have to go home and submit to her husband, right? One way or the other. She does have children for him, right? Which means she had to humble herself. And you're going to have all our sisters like this. This is great and beautiful. We got Ketanji, our sister, in there.
With her all. And what she gives to her family, her friends,
what she gives to her what?
Family and friends.
And what?
Family
and friends. Who's her family and friends? You think she got a whole bunch of black friends? Let's be honest.
Nah, I don't think so.
No? Because I can't find good black friends. I don't want to be around them crazy niggas in the hood. I don't live there no more. I ain't amongst them no more. We have different ideas. Them niggas is just bad. You seen that video with the sister and the student in the school? She was just recording herself, but you could hear the teacher. Sounded like a white man. It was a white man teacher. And he was like, I'm tired of you kids disrespecting my authority. Do you know he said, you're going to go on and live the 1st and the 15th. Get your paychecks by me, a taxpayer. You know what people were putting in the comments and how they responded to the video? Them kids is bad, though. Them kids is bad. He's literally F this. You A-holes and S and B and all that. And you going to grow up and live on the 1st and 15th. You know what people's response was? Them kids is bad. Black people. That's Ketanji Brown Jackson. You know what she thinks? Them niggas that live in that hood is bad. Ooh, they are bad. They do have guns and drugs. I could have sent my sons to play football in Cicero or Central Square. Why? Because Kirk Park is so bad. They're so bad at Kirk Park. They fight and they're yelling. Oh my gosh. Shut up. You're the problem.
Also gives to the law and to this country. A testament of her character is all the people of different backgrounds and beliefs who understand that essence.
I'm tired. Why do black people have to represent all the people? Ain't that bad? That's not good. Why must black people represent all the people and be diversity? How come white people ain't do it for 200 years on the Supreme Court justice? 300 years the Supreme Court justice. 250 years or something like that? You got the Supreme Court and we have to be the ones to represent diversity? That's racist. That's stupid and dumb. That means that you don't care about your own table. You care about the oppressor's table.
Of Ketanji. We've seen that in her endorsements from bipartisan colleagues from the bench and the bar, and from both civil rights leaders and members of law enforcement.
What does that mean, Ari? What does that mean? She gets endorsed from everybody. What does that mean about Ketanji? What scripture did we just pull?
Slightly that you sway to and fro.
To and fro. She pro-black. She pro-woman. She pro-abortion. She pro-America. She pro-this. She pro-that. She anti-this. She anti-that. She anti-the. She anti-this. Whatever. Whatever is good enough for me to sit at this table.
And we will see it in the history she will make. I know she is honored and humbled by the significance of this moment. Not for what it means for her, but what it means for our amazing country. Confirmation of...
This is the president of a law school in Pennsylvania. This is a highly educated sister. What this means for America? Or are you hiding your words? Are you trimming your ways? Because this sister really wants to say what? What does this sister really want to say? For black women. She doing it because black girls rock. We're going to have the vice president and we're going to have the Supreme Court because black women can do it all. She can't even say that. She has to say America.
The idea that America is a place in which all of us can feel a sense of belonging and all of us can reach our fullest potential.
Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give before the committee will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Today will be the 4th time that I've had the honor of appearing before this committee to be considered for confirmation. When I was born here in Washington, my parents were public school teachers. And to express both
She
pride in their
was
heritage, and
born in Washington to 2 public school teachers. Meaning she comes from 2 parents in the struggle. The majority of black people that live in Washington, D.C., from where? When did the population increase?
They're from the South.
Right, from when?
March on Washington.
Whoa. So her parents come from the civil rights movement, marching and protesting for black rights, for black people, about black people, for black people. That's why they call Washington, D.C. Chocolate City, because all these black people moved to D.C. for a better living, for better jobs, for better rights. Her parents did it.
hope for the future, they gave me an African name, Kitanji Onyeka, which they were told means lovely one.
They were told.
My parents taught me that unlike the many barriers that they had to face growing up, my path was clearer. So that if I worked hard and I believed in myself in America, I could do anything or be anything I wanted to be. Members of this committee, if I am confirmed, I commit to you that I will work productively to support and defend the Constitution and this grand experiment of American democracy that has endured over these past 246 years. I have been a judge for nearly a decade now, and I take that responsibility and my duty to be independent very seriously. I decide cases from a neutral posture. I evaluate the facts, and I interpret and apply the law to the facts of the case before me without fear or favor, consistent with my judicial oath. Now, in preparing for these hearings, you may have read some of my more than 570 written decisions, and you may have also noticed that my opinions tend to be on the long side. That is because I also believe in transparency, that people should know precisely what I think and the basis for my decision. And all of my professional experiences, including my work as a public defender and as a trial judge, have instilled in me the importance of having each litigant know that the judge in their case has heard them, whether or not their arguments prevail in court. I stand on the shoulders of so many who have come before me, including Judge Constance Baker Motley, who was the first African-American woman to be appointed to the federal bench and with whom I share a birthday. And like...
I gotta stop there, right? Because I said something about birthdays. Oh, man. I thought I said something about birthdays. I thought I did. I thought I did, because they share a birthday. They both black and they share a birthday. So, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. By the blood of Jesus, hallelujah. We share a birthday together, and we're both black, so it's my destiny to be on the Supreme Court. Yay! Now, niggas can smile. If you want something to change for your people, if you're really, really seeking change for your people, you really want salvation for your people, you want freedom, you want justice for your people, do not turn to the oppressor. Seek ye the Lord, in whom he may be found. Get into the classes at ISUPK. And with that, I pass the class over to Priest and Officer Darwin.
We're at ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street. Okay. 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commander Juliana. Rule for new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They'll be student only. They're here to show themselves to the world.
If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10 in Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives to you, gets to your treasury department or a teacher, priest fund, free offer for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you will like. Upcoming holy convocations. Passover, April 15th, down in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you get with the captain, the officer in the city nearest you to make arrangements to get down there. There is a week long of events that's going to be going on. There's the fishing trip. There's the children parties. There's the fish fry, the all black party. You understand? There is numerous events that are going to be going on. Make it there so that you can partake of course stuff. And let's not forget, after Passover, we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It starts Feast of Unleavened Bread, though. There's the dedication, dedicate yourself back to the Most High. That's going to be, with Commander Junior Yohana, of course, as well, too. So let's get down there, you know what I'm saying, have a grand time with one another. It's been so long since we've been able to come amongst one another, of course, though. So do that, of course. And the Feast of Unleavened Bread, that's going to be a span of 7 days. And that's in which that you don't have any leavening in your house during that time period, though. Akim and Aquath, check the bulletin board in the back. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing a black boot, shirt, headband, and scarf. With that, one person teaching. Major Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahbashim Yashab Thumb. There's a Matah. One courage salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Major Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahbashim Yashab Thumb.
Yahbashim Yashab Thumb.
Sure, one courage salute to the sisters. Major Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bashim Yahushua. There's a Matah. Class dismissed.
You're gonna make it, honey. Don't worry. Look.
You're gonna do just fine.
You're gonna get this.
Yeah.
I know you are. And then when he gets home, what'd he say? You stupid nigger bitch! You put too much salt in my... Salakia for the language, y'all. But I guarantee he done called her a nigger before. I guarantee it. Let me turn this off.